Hi, Pisces. I was going to say the wrong star sign, okay, but I saved myself, so we will just roll with it and we'll pretend like nothing happened. Pisces, this is for you. All right, and we're going to see what is coming through. Now, at the beginning of the month, we had the Pisces full moon. So this is about new avenues, pathways, releasing. You know, to be honest, a full moon is usually always about, healing and releasing. Like, when is it never about that? But I think with Pisces, it's this emotional sign. It is one of release. It is one of flow. It is also one of direction. And I think that the beautiful thing here with the current and the energy of it is that this is bringing you something really, really quite strong. You're finding your inner strength, and you're learning to live with your emotions and control your emotions rather than let your emotions live you, if that makes sense. Rather than you letting your emotions rather than letting your emotions guide you, you're guiding your own emotions, and you're not letting it sort of live you. So I think that that's really interesting. I wanted to say that right at the beginning because I really had a lot of emphasis put on this particular full moon. It was a really big one. Also, just in general as well, a lot of people have been doing a lot of healing, releasing in terms of spiritual connections, believe it or not. So a really solid time in that sense as well. And of course, with the pandemic, there have been a lot of relationships and things like that have naturally come to a close and an end, or abruptly, actually, not just naturally, abruptly as well. So it's been a difficult sort of full moon for many. So if you're feeling that energy, I just want to send you lots and lots of healing energy through the screen as well. And we will see what's coming through. All right, Pisces, this is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. If you'd like to win a free reading with me, do check out the description box below, since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, also in the description box below. And also intention bracelets and the intention embroidered cards, which you can put on your pillow, wallet, your purse. They are all on Etsy, so these are the bracelets. Handmade, meditated with, saged, there to remove obstacles and challenges from different areas of your life. Wearing a love one, an evil eye one, twin flame and soulmate bracelet as well. There's so many on there. Do check that out. Review section is on there. Etsy store link is in the description box below. And yes, so everything is there, and I hope it really helps. Okay, so as I was shuffling, okay, your lover's oracle cards, we've got a couple here. Freedom, see? Release, all right? With this full moon. I'm not telling you necessarily that that's something you have to do, okay? Because there are some twin flame connections that are going really, really well. This time has also allowed a lot of people to think inwards, to spend time within themselves. So, September here is bringing you this sense of the path is actually not blocked. The path is clear. Actually, as I look at this particular card as well, it's very much so insinuating just that. So it says here, freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. This here is really showcasing very, very significantly that you may feel like there are a million obstacles, there are a million challenges. You feel like this person is just being a lot, or they're not giving you exactly what you want. But actually, the path is pretty clear, right? They often say, don't stay in a place where you are not valued. And I know it's so much easier said than done, and then you think about a twin flame connection, you think about lessons, and you think about, oh my God, I really like this person, and emotions get involved, and it becomes a lot, right? So what I would say is, when things get complicated, make them simpler. Make them simpler. If you want to clear your path, you've got to detach and have less expectations. You've got to see the person for what they are right now rather than what they could be. And I know it's hard for those of you that get tarot readings. It's hard for those of you that have so much hope internally when you are watching these particular readings. It's difficult. But the only way, and one of the things that I have discovered as a tarot reader for so many people, personally and professionally, even on YouTube, is that usually things come together when you have detached from that person, which means that you don't really care about them, you're not that bothered, you're living your own life. It's amazing how that happens. When you are just doing your own thing, when you feel free, when you have your own freedom, when you are, healing, doing your own thing, that person ring comes back around. It's usually what happens. All right. So if you are wondering, okay, well then how can I get my twin? Energy is so, so powerful, and a lot of people have to rip off that band-aid. They have to let the wounds heal, not keep picking at them, doing other things, focusing on their life, not focusing on them, sort of going through this entire process of feeling as though they're losing that person. And then once they come out the other end, feeling much more healed, feeling more free, feeling like their path is clear, guess who comes back around? That's what I see for so many of you in September as well, is for those of you that put in so much work and effort into your own personal life without putting so much energy and emphasis on your twin, you'll see that there can be some progression here in that sense. So we've got this message as well. It is important right now to take a step back and spend time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Isn't that exactly what we have seen right here? Yeah, the title of your video is absolutely going to be freedom. You know, it really is. It's the freedom to not just flow with the current, you know, as the fish that you are, right? It's the ability of being able to also use your fins at the same time. Even if the current is pushing you in a certain direction, it's about knowing that you have your fins. You know, it's not just about the wind making a bird take off in some kind of direction, but it's about the bird actually using the wings as well. So I think that that's quite a significant message here, is that right now it's really a huge opportunity to give to yourself and to read, meditate, focus on you, your career, your goals, your ambitions. You know, there's so much more to life than love in terms of relationships. I will just say that to you, okay? I know that some people think that it's absolutely everything, and it can be, you know, for many people, but it's not just the be-all, end-all of life. There's so much more, and we come alone, we go alone. And I know that sounds really harsh to say and really like a lot, you know, it's a very intense thing to say, but it is very, very true. And I just want you to know that, especially if you're dealing with very difficult times, now is the time to give to yourself. You know, at the end of the day, no one can love you more than you can love yourself. All right. And your last message here is: imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving in light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. See, all of this is in line with freedom. Okay, this is you feeling free. This is you feeling happy. Who wants to be happy? Hands up. Comment down below. I want to be happy. I want to feel free. You know, I want to be happy. I want to feel free. I don't want to be chained by all of these emotions, all of this attachment, all of this burden when the other person probably isn't even feeling it to this extent. Okay, see? Oh my goodness, this message is, this reading is huge, absolutely huge. The Fool is about freedom. The Fool is about a new journey. It's a path. It's the first card in tarot, and the Fool also represents a journey. Like, there's a lot of books here that showcase how the first sort of cards in tarot showcases the Fool's journey through life as well. So the Fool here is really showing optimism. Have loyalty to yourself and to the things that care so much. For some of you may have a pet. You know, your pet loves you unconditionally. It's one of those things. And I don't want to also, I just want to say something as well, is that, you know, unconditional love is very different. We all actually do love with conditions, okay? Because I'm sure for many of you, you probably do have conditions where you're like, I'm only going to love you if you're faithful to me. I'm only going to love you if you put in effort. I'm only going to love you if this. So conditional love is actually one of the things that we all think of, but then we think in our mind that it's actually unconditional when actually it is conditional. So, you know, I'm just saying that, but, you know, with pets, you know, they love you. They love you regardless, you know, unless you abuse them, in which case obviously they will get frightened, and you should never abuse pets. But, you know, they love you unconditionally. You know, they will be there and support you. So for those of you, you know, turn to support. Turn to the support system, your angels, your spirit guides, the universe, God, right? So it's very important here. Strength. Have strength and courage that you can get through this. Focus also on your sacral chakra as well. Perhaps meditating on your sacral chakra can be great. Sacral chakra is very yellow in colour, so yeah, it makes a lot of sense here. We've also got the Page of Wands, your hobbies. All right, this is about finding freedom. What happens when you find freedom? You put yourself first. The other person usually comes back around, believe it or not. I know that sounds really crazy, but that's usually what happens. So finding freedom and detaching and focusing on yourself and knowing that your path is clear is actually what brings you happiness, not further sadness. The more you keep yourself in this place of sadness is when you will, you know, not really take care of yourself anymore, and you'll just be in this expectation that this person will give you that happiness. This person's not going to give you that happiness unless you find that happiness within yourself, which is why twin flame connections are based on energy. All right, so Ace of Pentacles, effort into you means that they can communicate with you, they can be a little bit more open towards you, whereas if you're focusing on the negatives and not the positives in your life, then you're going to constantly attract the negatives, right? You're going to constantly open your eyes and be like, oh, those 3 cups have still spilt over. Okay, those 3 cups are still spilled over, whereas if you turn around, you look at other things, you'll be like, oh, there's 2 cups here. Cool. I'm going to enjoy those 2 cups. Okay, Hierophant, so you've definitely got that energy with the Hierophant. Your twin flame is a little bit stubborn, okay, just want to say that. Could be that your twin flame is a Taurus. It doesn't have to be, okay, it's just something that's coming through. It's more so the energy of that sort of stubborn energy where it's like they care for you, but is it enough? You know, the care here seems a little bit inwards focused. They can be really focused on themselves, could be selfish as well, which is something that I'm seeing. The 10 of Wands, you know, if this is burdening you, you have to free yourself. This is not healthy, this is, right? So freedom. Freedom, freedom, da, da, da. There's a song, I can't remember it now, but 9 of Swords, Justice. Okay, so you got Libra season in September. Interesting, I'm thinking of Venus as well with the 4 of Wands, because Venus rules Libra and Taurus, which is quite interesting. So something to think about for some of you who sort of know your birth charts and your signs. That could mean something there. Perhaps you have a Venus in Libra, or you have a Venus in Taurus, or perhaps they do, but there's something about that coming through. It's interesting because Venus is, of course, a ruling sign of both of those as well. But anyways, what I'm seeing here with the 4 of Wands is that things come together in divine timing when you find the freedom and you find yourself. Things come together when you move on from this sort of 7 of Swords, which is, you know, no matter how you're treated, you stay stuck in that situation because you feel like you owe something to it. You don't owe anything to it. You know how many people stay in relationships for so long thinking that they have to invest because they've already invested? A lot of people, and you know, the universe sometimes wants us to learn a lesson, and they'll keep pushing us towards that lesson until we can break free. So freedom here is the big thing. You know, 9 of Swords, set yourself free. You know, don't live in this state of perhaps not being able to sleep or eat or think clearly. You've got this. You know, you can move past this. And you really got this. Okay, so Pisces, this is your reading. I know it's a bit of a different one. It's a bit difficult as well, but the 7 of Swords here really shows that you must put yourself first. Like, that is September as a whole. All right, so yeah, this is your reading. Take care, stay safe, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye.